Mr. Speaker, yesterday the Finance Minister dismissed the concerns of Saskatchewan and Alberta. Despite the calls by Premier Wall to address the problems in the equalization formula, the Liberals are doing nothing. Saskatchewan is being forced to pay into equalization as if oil was still at $100 a barrel, despite the fact that oil is clearly trading closer to $30. That is so obviously unfair. The Finance Minister agreed to make some changes to other calculations for Yukon, Nunavut, and the Northwest Territories. Will he provide the same fairness to Alberta and Saskatchewan?
The Honourable Minister of Finance.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to start by confirming again that the territories in the north were dealing with a statistical change through Statistics Canada. We are talking about how we can help people that are facing real challenges across this country. Middle-class families across the country, people in Alberta, Saskatchewan, Newfoundland and Labrador, and we're putting forth a program that will actually help them. Tax cuts for 9 million Canadians, the Canada Child Benefit for those most vulnerable, and we're going to make investments in infrastructure that will help the middle class, that will help those most vulnerable, and improve our economy.
The Honourable Member for Regina Capel.
Mr. Speaker, leftover money for infrastructure does not make up for the unfairness that exists in the formula. Saskatchewan is paying millions of dollars to other provinces despite the crash in the price of oil. If this minister thinks that paving some roads is going to make up for the massive amounts of wealth being transferred, he obviously doesn't understand how equalization works. All we are asking is that he provide the same fairness to Western provinces. Based on his last answer, clearly he won't. So can he at least explain to the people of Alberta and Saskatchewan why they don't deserve equal treatment?
The Honourable Minister of Finance.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to again say that we are working hard to improve our economy for all Canadians. We're working hard to improve the economy for middle-class Canadians that are challenged, and we're working hard to work with especially those provinces that have been particularly hard hit through the change in commodity prices. That will be a continuing endeavour of this government. We will see initiatives in our budget that will make a real difference, and we will focus on making that difference in the weeks and months to come.
Right now the formula is based on $100 a barrel oil, and we've seen the collapse in the price of that. So there's a bit of a lag in how the payments are calculated, so Saskatchewan continues to pay in despite the collapse in the energy sector. So we've asked the Finance Minister to take a look at that. He's already looked at formulas for Northwest Territories, Yukon and Nunavut. We're just asking for the same fairness to examine the problems that exist in the equalization formula for Alberta and Saskatchewan.
What would you like him to do then? Adjust it so that the current price of oil is reflected in the formula?
Yeah, first thing would be to meet with the Premier of Saskatchewan and Alberta to talk about the issue. But yes, there's a lag. Our commodity prices are volatile. They can move very quickly. They haven't moved this precipitously in quite a while, but they have. And so the reality is that the formula is not based on the market price of oil. We think it's only fair that when a calculation is being done, it should be based on the actual market price of the commodity in question.